y'all. I know it's been a while since I have posted a video about recovery, but I'm back. So, for those of you who don't know kind of what's going on, I had my family to write down some questions about addiction, about my addiction, about recovery, unanimously, and ask me those questions. So I have those questions here on this sheet of paper, and I took a break from it, but I talked to my sister the other day, and she was like, pretty much like, you need to get your ass back on that. So here I am again doing the hard stuff. So we're gonna jump right in. We're on number 27. I think there was something like 80 questions. I don't know. I've lost track at this point. But the question said, what does drinking do for you? How does it make you feel? Drinking for me was just kind of like a numbing kind of thing. I could drink and not feel. So that's pretty much what drinking did for me. It made me not have to feel, It made me feel really good until the next morning. Until the hangovers, so all that kind of stuff. So yeah. So that's the answer to number 27. Drinking made me not feel, and it made me feel bad, pretty fucked up the next morning. Number 28. What does doing drugs do for you? How does it make you feel? Same thing, actually, because alcohol is a drug. Same thing. They made me not feel. They made me not have to deal with reality, I was just kind of numb. They made me numb. My particular drug of choice was cocaine. So it made me feel super hyper. And for those of y'all who really know me, know that I'm already a relatively hyper person, bouncing off the walls, and cocaine really magnified that feeling for me. So that was what drugs did for me. What do you drink? Number 29. So I'm assuming the question is what alcohol did I like to drink? The particular alcohol that I like to drink was Ciroc. And for those of y'all who were friends with me before I got into recovery, y'all would see me with literally bottles, of Ciroc. And now I did not share, I downed those bad boys myself. I was not a sharer. So, that was the particular alcohol that I liked, was mango Ciroc. Thank you for asking, whoever asked that. But yeah, that was what I like to drink. What types of drugs do you use? Did I use? Because I don't use drugs anymore. I was pretty much a garbage disposal. So you name it, I pretty much tried it. I liked party drugs, MDMA, ecstasy, cocaine, Molly, that stuff. Those were the drugs that I liked. When I needed to come down, I'd pop Xannies. For those of you who don't know, that's Xanax. So yeah. Opioids were never, I have abused opioids before, But opioids were never really my thing for one particular reason. You can't poop, man. Opioids constipate you. Like, a lot of people don't tell you that, but opioids constipate you. And I don't like not being able to go to the bathroom. So, like, opioids were like, once I realized that, I was like, nah, need something different. So I just kind of, veered away from opioids. 31. When do you feel most susceptible to drink or use drugs? That's a good question. So for me, I have what you call a dual diagnosis, which means that not only am I an addict, I also have mental issues as well. I have ADHD, OCD, borderline personality disorder, and clinical depression, like bad shit depression, and anxiety. So, and PTSD. So along with like having those things and trying to stay clean, the things that make me feel most susceptible, I think, to use are, I feel like when I get into a bad headspace, because in the past, like if I felt really depressed, I'd get some cocaine and I'd be right up, but that is not an option anymore. So for me, the things in the past that made me susceptible were more so my mental issues that I was dealing with. And also being around people, places, and things, like I realize now that like I cannot be around people who are like smoking marijuana and drinking. Like, I can't be around that, because that will make me susceptible to want to use drugs. So I try my best to avoid that, putting myself in situations of people, places, and things, because that does make me susceptible to want to use drugs. And trying my best to take care of my mental health, because when I falter there, I do have a tendency to use. Number 32. How often do you drink or use drugs? So I'm assuming that this is in the past. So y'all, right now I'm a little over 18 months clean. Okay. So like they wrote these questions like in the beginning, of me getting clean. So like this is, how often did I drink or use drugs? That, my friend, the answer to that would be every single day. There was not a day go by that I did not drink or use drugs. Sucks, right? Like, because like sometimes you have people in your life and like you may not like, I know that there were times that I was around my family or around my friends and they had no idea that I was high and I was totally jacked. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm like normally a hyper person just by nature. So every day I was on something. I was high every day for a whole lot of years. So the question of that is every day. The answer to that is every day. Who are you most likely to drink or use drugs with in the past? In the past, like I said, I was not really a sharer of my drugs. Like, mostly my drug use was alone. There was one particular friend who I did use drugs with. Every now and then I'd have parties, like at hotels, and like I said, like, those got me in fucked up situations. But in the past, who was I more likely to drink with would definitely be my sisters. Would definitely be my sisters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I know that I'm safe with them and they're not addicts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an addict. They're like, they can have one or two drinks and be done. Me, hell no. Let's finish a couple of bottles. You know what I'm saying? But they have been, they have been very supportive, and very, I don't even know the word.